Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2015 GLIAC Lacrosse Preview. I'm Matt Kibler, Assistant Sports Information Director at Tiffin University and a member of the Tiffin University broadcast crew. And today I'm joined by head coach Erica Brown. Coach, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Coach Brown, you're in your third season. This year you were picked second in the conference again, behind Grand Valley. You seem to every year you get to the top, and then it's just that one game. Now this year, get back there again, and now it's time to overtake them.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, the last 2 years, we've actually lost by 4 goals both games. I think last year was a little closer of a game. I think we just didn't really have the personnel, the depth off the bench to get us over that hump a little bit. But this year, I think we have that veteran class coming in and then a solid group of newcomers too.
Well, let's talk about those returners. You bring back a lot of people, 6 sophomores, 6 juniors, and 3 seniors, a team that has had success, tasted that, and like you said, they're hungry for it even more now since you've been to the GLIAC championship game twice now, lost by 4 goals each year. So you bring back Emily Russell, 74 goals, 28 assists. She was co-attacker of the year in the conference. What is it going to take? Is she going to have to lead this team in scoring, or is there people that are going to be there to help divvy out some of the goals?
Well, I think this year going into fall ball, and then actually this season we start in about a couple weeks now. Emily's kind of that de facto leader that kind of the girls look to, but I think we have a more balanced attack coming in this year. I think with the addition of Coach Delaney as an assistant, he's really taken that attack under his wing, and he's demanding that everyone step up to the plate, where last year everyone was kind of like, Emily, you do it. Emily's doing it this year, but also she has that supporting cast around her. So I think overall the attack's more balanced where they're supporting Emily and it's not kind of feeding everything into Emily. So, of course, she's going to be that leader, but there's a better supporting cast around her this year.
And Alexis McMillan, a senior in the ball club, 37 goals, 16 assists. She seems to almost be your point guard, like your leader on the team. She brings it up. She seems to set up all the plays, and the ball and everything flows through her.
Oh, without a doubt. Emily is a very shifty player, Lexi's a very shifty player. Emily is too. But I think Lexi's definitely an under-the-radar type player that she'll be on people's scouts, but I don't think they really understand what she can do around crease, what she can do with the ball in her stick. And she definitely sets the tempo for our attack, that she can kind of slow things down or speed things up, kind of whatever we need from her. So she's definitely an under-the-radar type kid, which you love to have on your roster.
And another returner that scored a lot of goals for you was Tori Nelson, 35 goals, 43 ground balls, caused a lot of turnovers as well. What's she going to have to do to continue to improve coming into this season?
Well, I think, on that offensive side of things, Tori is just that player that you turn your head for a second and she's going to take advantage of that. This year she's actually really focusing on her defensive play and her play between the 30s, so that midfield position she's really trying to embrace kind of playing defense as opposed to just focusing on attack. So I think, she still keeps that, go to cage mentality up, but she's also kind of understanding of the defensive end. I think she's going to be a more well-rounded player than she was last year.
From your standpoint, do you think it comes easier the offensive part of the ballgame, or is it the defensive for some players, or does it just depend on the mentality of the player?
Obviously, coming from a defensive standpoint, I think it's a lot easier on the attacking end. I think defensively, it's kind of hard to dictate how you want an offense to play. But I think it's, that mentality that I think our defenders kind of have, that defensive mentality that we're going to stop you. We're going to do everything in our power to, not let you score. But I think it really depends on the person.
And speaking of defense, how nice is it to know that you have the 2-time goalkeeper of the year in the conference, Jessica Bombard, coming back? In any sport, if you don't score, you're probably not going to win. And she's done an excellent job the last couple of years for you.
Oh, without a doubt. It's really reassuring to see Bomb back there. I think our younger goalies, Kelly Gruber and Kaylee Masano, are actually learning a lot from her. But it's very reassuring just to know, if something does happen, attacker gets by, that, Bomb's going to make a huge save for us. And I think she just has a lot of confidence going in this year, too.
First team All-GLIAC member, had 246 saves, so like you said, her being back there is like the brick wall around the crease, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And then Randy Castor, another defender coming back, second team All-GLIAC, 43 ground balls, draw controls, 17 caused turnovers. Another young player that's coming back with a lot of experience and a lot of accolades.
Oh, without a doubt, I think Randy is, definitely one of those defenders that you rely on. She's not necessarily that big type of player out there, but she's going to get it done. I mean, she's kind of a, do-it-all defender for us, great 1v1 defender, help defender, kind of can bring ball out. She's definitely a defender through and through. She will not go over that ricocheting line, but it's reassuring to know that, she's a smart player that's going to really kind of influence all of our defenders.
Your first game coming up March 4th at Mercyhurst. And what's interesting about your schedule, the whole month of March, you have 10 games, but they're all on the road. How is that is that better for your players, or is that going to maybe cause them to have a slower start that all those games are on the road?
Kind of being in the northwest Ohio, the weather is very unpredictable. I think that's kind of where we went on the road a little bit. I don't think it is going to really affect the team. I think we kind of had a very tough schedule last year being on the road, and we had a lot of games in a very short amount of time. This year we're actually very spread out over the month of March, but I think it's a very good bonding experience for the girls to kind of just get on the road, get out there, really understand how they play with each other and stuff. But I think we're a better road team sometimes.
And one place that everybody looks forward to going, the spring trip. Where are you guys going this year, and who will you be playing? I know, as a former student athlete, that was fun. You go from, like you said, Northwest Ohio to whether it's Florida, the Carolinas, or Georgia. Any place south of Kentucky is thumbs up for us.
We're not that lucky this year. We're actually going East Coast. So we'll be we start out in Pennsylvania for 2 games, and then
There's not many beaches there.
No. I mean, Lake Erie, you never know. But then we head over to New York, and then we head out to Massachusetts to kind of round out spring break. But we're playing a lot of North teams, a lot of North region teams. So that's kind of different from last year. We played a lot of South teams.
Is that from a strength of schedule standpoint you're doing that? Yeah, I know. I've heard. I'm not a big lacrosse know-it-all guy, but what I've heard is that a lot of lacrosse, the northern part of the United States, is very good lacrosse. Are you doing that from a strength of schedule standpoint?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Definitely a huge strength of schedule that, those teams are playing in, top-tier conferences. So it definitely boosts our mentality, our strength of schedule, like you said, to be able to play North teams.
And then you return home, your first game April 2nd, the friendly confines of Frost Cow. Now you'll bring in Lake Erie College, another one of your big time rivals.
Yes.
I know I've done many games. I've set out in the cold weather.
Yes.
I've set out to where go to take a drink of water out of your water bottle that's frozen. So I know that's a big time rivalry. Finley, Grand Valley, it's a good conference, and you guys are a good ball club, and it looks like you said, your 3rd year in, you guys just continue to rise, and now it's time to get to the top and stand alone.
Yes. Oh, without a doubt. I think everyone in conference is a huge rival for us. At least that's my mentality. I think the girls kind of have their own teams that they think. Lake Erie, last 2 years, we lost in conference, regular play to them. We've been able to kind of overcome them in postseason, and then Finley last year was a little bit of a rough game for us, but it's exciting to kind of be able to tough March schedule and then another tough April schedule too.
Like you said, it all gets kicked off April 2nd at home against Lake Erie. It's the first time you could see the Dragons at home. First game March 4th at Mercyhurst. We've been there before, up in Pennsylvania, I believe Erie, Pennsylvania. Yes. So those of you in the Northeast Ohio region, come out, support the Dragons. And Coach Brown, thank you for sitting down with us.
Thanks, Matt.
That's head coach Erica Brown. Her 3rd season she'll be going into come March 4th against Mercyhurst. So thank you for joining us. This has been the 2015 Lacrosse Preview here at Tiffin University.